What the heck? That's right. The Bronco boys are back at it again, ready to slap you in the face with our Bronco dicks. That's right. The Mile High Wiener Club, and that's us. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you tuning in and joining us. If you're live on our YouTubes, make sure you leave a comment and subscribe and say hi and share us with your friends. Pass us around like that cigarette in high school when you're out at the gazebo smoking because it's cool, even though you don't like it. Mike, did you ever do that? Did you, I mean, what's the? I mean, I think I was like probably 13 the first time I tried a cigarette.
I don't remember cigarettes specifically, but I do remember
Joints.
probably
Oh yeah,
probably
baby.
eighth grade. Uh,
You were doing cocaine.
People or like some kids had snuck cigars somehow at like the county rodeo, and so we
Okay.
snuck off like where nobody could see us, and we were smoking cigars like some hooligans.
I do like hooligans.
Yeah, if you hear
Uh,
any slurping noises, Jay's got a sucker like he's
no, that
a,
is Mike.
a 3-year-old that just got a haircut and behaved himself.
No, I went through the line at the bank, and the teller gave me a lollipop. Actually, it's a mango lollipop with tahine all on
Oh.
it. It's fabulous. It's delicious. It's delicioso, as one might say.
It might say that on the packaging.
It probably does. I'm betting it does. We'll never know because I threw the packaging away.
You ate
I'm
that.
I already ate it. I'm gonna poop it out tomorrow. Yeah. So how was your week? How was your week in review?
That was good. I'm pretty tired today. I don't know if I'm getting sick or, not trying to pull a Beebs, but I'm just not feeling quite good. I don't know if it's allergies, but
What do you mean
um,
pull a beebs?
well, he was complaining last week or the week before that he was feeling under the weather. So it
It
finally made its way to
happens. It
Texas, I guess.
happens to it happens to you guys. I
Us
mean, you're
guys.
young, and don't forget, everybody, it is Michael's birthday today.
It is.
Mike's birthday. That's right. Hi, my name is Birthday Boy. And he's got his Festivus Games shirt on, looking fresh and fly. Um, yeah, so happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so I guess I'm a little tired from, we had some friends over yesterday, so I did a bunch of cooking and grilled some
Ooh.
steaks and chicken wings, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
ate a bunch of food, and I
Did you
drank
have any
a bit of.
jalapeno honey?
No, I did not.
I'm going to make my own this upcoming weekend up in
What do you do?
Vermont.
How do you make it?
I've got about 7 recipes, so I've got to decide. It involves a little cooking down of some honey. Um, there's a couple different versions of how they say to do it with the jalapenos. Obviously, they think for looks, you float some jalapenos in the jar,
Yeah,
but we're gonna see. We'll see how it tastes, how it works out. I'm hoping it's fantastic, and if it is, I'll bottle some of that yum yum up and send it down to you so you can try it out.
just bring me some packets into the airport in Miami. Sir,
Yeah,
why
that
is there a
about
bunch of honey in your pockets?
because I'm sweet. I like to have that. I like to kiss it on the lips.
I'm packing that
Uh,
sweet heat.
what is up with? Is it Gary Busey? What?
Yeah,
What?
that dude's hilarious.
I should have. I should have downloaded that clip so I could play it for people that don't. Um,
So is that like his podcast, or
no,
is
he
he
doesn't
just?
have one.
Oh, he was just a guest on
He was a
somebody's.
guest, and I don't
What
even
a
remember it. But I'm going to pull it up. So tell somebody a story or something.
Well, if you haven't been paying attention, football is back, and there was some good college football this weekend. And old primetime Dion led the Colorado Buffaloes to their first win against TCU, which was a total upset. If you had bet, I believe that TCU was 21-point favorites, so you could have won a bunch of money betting on CU. And then on top of that, my Wyoming Cowboys beat Texas Tech in double overtime, and so if I think if you had parlayed those two games together,
Oh yeah.
you would have won a ton of money.
Oh, you would have done all the good.
I think it would have. I looked it up. I don't know. Sometimes I get confused by like what all the different numbers mean, but I think you would have won like 26 times your money
Really?
if you would have parlayed
Damn.
those two.
Um, I was very impressed. Now, granted, I don't think either side's defense showed up.
That's college football, though.
It definitely is in that conference. What's the Pac-10? The
Uh,
Pac-10 or Pac-12 or Pac-30? What is it?
I don't know. Pac-10, I think. Well, Colorado's Big 12 now, I think.
If I had I need to check in with our on-field reporter. He's checking in via live stream in our comments of YouTube. Keb, what division is that? Is it Pac-10, Pac-12, Pac-27? Let us know.
TCU used to be Mountain West, but they're not anymore.
Well, yeah, then they were Big 12 or some bullshit. So anyway, I have the Gary Bussey interview pulled up, so we're gonna play it, and I'll play the video for us. Let me see how we do this. Yeah, there we go. And let's go ahead and press play on this.
Well, if you take 5 and you add 5 and you add 10 and you add 10 and you got 20, you got infinite kindness, you got infinite gratuity. And through,
I don't think you can. You hear that? I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, you could?
Yeah.
Because I can't hear it. All right, we'll start again here. All right.
If you take 5 and you add 5 and you add 10 and you add 10 and you got 20, you got infinite kindness, you got infinite gratuity. And through that, you can find something that's perpetual inside of you. Like you're drinking that coffee. There's something spiritual about that. If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place? I mean, these are metaphors. You must understand that you go to Chinatown, you get nunchucks. Well, now you can't get nunchucks. Before you get nunchucks, they hit yourself on the hand, you go numb fucks because it hurt, but you didn't want to say ow or anything like that. You just said, so this is the divine intervention. You could become a spiritual guru on your own, but you just have to tie your shoes and you just have to know how to eat burritos backwards. I want to get to burritos. I want to talk about burritos.
Burrito backwards.
You eat it backwards. The leaky part starts going first. You go on the other part, the dry wrap part, and it gives you almost no time to eat the leaky part. And it's just a fun little game you can play with yourself. There's a defined frequency that's not necessarily the frequency you want it to be, but it serves a purpose. It's like that movie, like You Can't Handle the Truth. You can't handle the truth. The truth, son, we live in a world that has walls, this thing. And I don't think we do live in a world that has walls. I think that we live in a world that has frequency. Maybe if you use that voodoo witchcraft on your own trade, you'd find somewhere on the other end of the snake pit. I mean, do you know what a revolutionary soldier looks like? Have you seen photographs? Have you seen paintings? Have you seen charcoal sketches? I haven't seen them either. You can have a Diet Coke or a Coca-Cola. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. He said you could have Diet Coke, but why? All the time. Look at the color purple. A child's marker. It's so purple. That hasn't always been the case. 10 years ago, these markers weren't so purple, but now they're purple. Now they're really, really fucking purple. And it's alarming to me. And it's also enchanting to me to see the deep blue sea inside, this. Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
Oh, God bless.
I mean, his face looks like AI or something when he's doing that. It's like his face isn't moving naturally. I'm pretty sure he has a fake eye because only one eye is blinking like that entire time.
Oh, before I forget, our in the field reporter, as always, Mr. Keb Pound, aka the Keb. Colorado is Pac-12. It's their last year in the Pac-12. Then they are joining the Big 12 next year, where they'll really get their ass beat. And TCU is already in the Big 12. So there we go. Thanks a lot, Keb. I knew you would have the answers.
Back to us.
Back to us. And yeah, Gary is buttered sausage.
Kiss it on the lips.
I don't buy jam. I buy honey and I kiss it on the lips.
I mean, I know he's
Um,
always been nuts, but my God, what the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know. I think it's the drugs talking. Those drugs are humming through his system. He
He's-
has,
He still makes more money than us.
well, of course. Shit, why wouldn't he? He should. He's the man. But yeah, that was a good display of football by the Buffaloes this
Yes.
weekend.
I was very
I think
impressed.
I think if anything, there are just some people out there that motivate you and can bring the best out of people. And for everything that Dion might be, there's a few things that he's not. He's not a bad guy. I don't think the man curses. I don't think he, is. To me, he doesn't seem like he's degrading people when he's speaking to them, or if he's yelling or getting on top of his players. He's very. I think it helps those players when they realize it's coming from a guy who is probably one of the top 10 athletes of all time.
At least in football, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just overall athletes. I mean, you think about it, he's a professional Major League Baseball player, obviously the NFL for 11 seasons, I think, or maybe it's 14. I don't know, but he's a Hall of Famer.
I think he's
And-
just very direct, and you could tell, especially on the offense, that they were just so disciplined, especially for a team playing their first game together. It was really
Yep.
impressive because, if you look at our Broncos last year, they couldn't even
Yeah.
get a play in, and they were getting delay of game constantly, and that was never an issue in this game. They had 25 to 30 seconds every time they had the offense lined up on the ball.
Yeah, no, they were well disciplined. It's been drilled into their head. I think it's obvious that coaching matters more in college, obviously, than it does in the pros, but maybe more so than it does anywhere else. And it's good to see. I really still don't think they're going to be world beaters this year. I mean, it could be one of the greatest stories, not ever, but it could be a really great story in college football if they're able to do something great. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, they've got to play USC. They've got to play.
They play Nebraska this week.
Got to play Utah. They've got some really tough games against some good teams to play. So we'll see what happens. The Denver Broncos, they're basement dwellers right now, even in the preseason. They're 1-2. They're 1-2. But I will say this. A lot of what they're going to be able to do or not do is going to be dependent upon that offense, because the defense is good. The defense has allowed the second least points in the AFC this year in the preseason.
No.
And granted, it's preseason. I get it. You don't have real rosters playing, but I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers have the number 1 rated defense in the preseason, which will make the soon-to-be world-famous wife very happy. She's a Steeler fan. And the Broncos have the number 2 defense in the preseason, but it is preseason, so we'll see what happens. We're coming up ever so close to our trip to Miami.
It's inching day by day.
I can't wait.
I
I mean,
can't
I'm wearing my Broncos right
I
now,
saw
baby. I'm
that.
getting in the mood. I'm in the mood. I've got the football foreplay going on already.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to eat some incredible food, maybe listen to a little bit of cool music, a little cultural integration down there. It's going to be nice.
Maybe learn to salsa dance.
I already know how.
The real salsa.
The real salsa. I know how to do it.
You know how to eat salsa.
I know how to eat salsa, motherfucker. That's right. I am the motherfucking salsa master.
Is there anything better than salsa and chips? I don't think so.
Well, yeah. It's called vagina. And I lick it with my
And
lips.
salsa?
Gary Bussy, that motherfucking pussy. That's not right. I shouldn't say that, but I did. Yeah, so I mean, it's another thing is we're less than 1 month away from the release of Kev's book,
Oh, I can't wait.
the Stupid History book. I'm excited about it because I got a free copy coming to me because I won a free copy, and I'm gonna buy a couple anyway, just because you want to support your friends. If you were coming out with a book, Mike, I definitely would not buy it
Good. I don't like reading very much.
because there would not be anything in your book that would be worth reading. Unless you were talking about recipes in your food.
But it's my autobiography.
Boring. Hi, I live in Texas and work at in the auto industry. I'm married and got 3 kids.
Cars.
Boring. Speaking of which, the 2-penny tips.
Oh,
Just the tip.
Moving right in.
Brought to us by the Beebs over at Finding Your Way. Just a tip, because Beebs likes to put in. Actually, last time I was with the Beebs, we were in Vermont.
He's
got a huge tip.
Like to put in just a tip.
That boy was balls deep, baby. I told you I almost blinded him, right, with a branch.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm surprised he got home. He might not ever be allowed to hang out with me again. We still need to find out if he's coming to Miami or not.
He asked me what hotel we're at, so I assume he will be.
Fantastic. He can sleep in bed with you.
I did invite him to stay with us.
I'll cuddle up with you, baby.
With me, not him.
Yeah. I slept with Beebs a couple months ago in Vermont. It's your turn. Got to make the rounds. So, but this was actually a weird question, and I know this is how somebody either knows us or listens to us. But just the tip this week is for both of us. And it says, in your opinion, what would be the best car to buy in 2023? And obviously that's going to mean it's probably going to be a 2024 if we're talking new cars. Used car market's a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
But somebody said, hey, what's the best car to buy? Now, granted, I work in a place, we have 3 dealerships, different different manufacturers. I don't mind sharing mine. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, and a used lot. Mike, you can share yours if you want to. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with Kia.
Okay, so Kia, and in my opinion, I don't know if it's true, but I feel like they're one of the fastest growing, manufacturers, most well liked, and maybe one of the more innovative ones, and definitely the best warranty you can buy out there. Does Tesla have a good warranty? Absolutely, but in all honesty, I don't think they're on the same level. I mean, when you get a Kia, and I know people might not want to talk about boring car stuff, but the truth is, to have 10 years and 100,000-mile warranty, is it still that?
Oh yeah, on the powertrain, and 5 years 60 on the bumper to bumper.
It's incredible. I mean, you don't get that. I don't know any other manufacturer that's doing it. Maybe Hyundai is doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, Hyundai's the same. They're kind of like sister companies, but
yeah, they are.
For
it's
whatever
kind of like how
reason,
Ford and Mazda were, and Ford and Lincoln. So.
For whatever reason, Kia is still coming out on top. But I don't know what to.
I think a lot of that is some stigma. People look at them, and at one point in time, if you drove a Kia or a Hyundai or it was like driving in a Isuzu.
It was like
it wasn't. Yeah, it was a toss. It was a toss-out car. I mean, it was something that you bought. It was nice when you bought a new one every year or something.
Yeah.
But now they are major players in the ball game. Their market share is increased exponentially as far as in the United States.
Yeah, pretty much every month is like Kia's best month ever for the last 2 years. They've had market growth month after month after month, and that's pretty rare in the car business.
And when did it? I look at it and I go, okay, it started, in my opinion, when about the year that they brought out the Telluride, the Stinger. They totally flipped what people's thoughts were. Then they came out with the Carnival a couple years ago, which is by far the coolest minivan you could ever own, in my opinion. It's incredible.
Yeah, so really the groundbreaker was the Telluride. Essentially, it hit a bunch of things, and its timing was interesting because it hit right before COVID. Basically, the 2020 was the first model, and so the Telluride has just it's been like nothing else I've seen in the car business for 4 years. We've been sold out of them, and people are still ordering them, and putting deposits on ones coming in before they get there. And so, to me, if you need a vehicle that size, the bang for the buck, you're not going to get something better because, they have all the South Korean technology, and then it's a really good larger size SUV. It's, you know, I guess it's comparable to like the Explorer and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit. It's a scotch smaller, and that's just the feel of it because I've been fortunate enough to ride in them all. Probably you have too, but I mean, when I look at the Ford Explorer, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, not the L because it's a little bit bigger, but
yeah,
the
that's basically
Grand
a
Cherokee.
Durango.
It should be the Telluride. The what is Kia's? Is it? It's not
Sorento.
a Sequoia. Sorrento.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's 3 inches shorter. It's like the same size, but it's 3 inches shorter.
but no, I mean Kia's. So I guess back to the question before we dive down the rail of um, you know, Kia and different cars. I think the best. So if you, I don't know, if you're looking for a return on investment, I would say buy a Jeep Wrangler. They still hold the highest resale value, and they always have, and they probably always will. We're talking domestic, you know, or we're talking not talking high line or high end cars.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be the Wrangler. If you're looking for a return on investment, if you're looking for just the best car that you can buy, it's got to be a Kia or a Hyundai, in my opinion, with the warranty. Because I mean, people don't keep cars for 5 years anymore. People are still 2 and 3 years, and you know, they're getting brand new cars.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's so many.
I'd say go to a Kia dealership.
There's
go
so
to
many factors that go into what a best car is. You know, it's what's best for the individual. But
Yeah,
like,
you got to qualify them.
I just traded in ours, and obviously I get, you know, a pretty good employee discount. But
You think?
you know, I've virtually lost zero money trading these once a year for the last 4 years, and so I'm very happy with the Kia Telluride, and it's provided my family more blessings than.
When are you going to move to the Carnival? You got 3 boys now.
No, we don't have any interest in that.
Don't be a soft veg. Be a super wet one. Get a Carnival.
I don't
Badass.
really see the more advantage of it, like for our
Just
situation.
because I said so.
It don't matter.
And it has automatic doors.
It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah, automatic doors.
Well, yeah, I'm not worried about that either. The Telkin's old enough to.
I knew.
Well, actually, usually they push back liftgate, and they'll just hop in the back and climb into their seats.
So that we've had 2 references so far to now, back to A Few Good Men. One with Gary Bussey, because that's what I'm going to call him now from now on, is that Bussey. And then, you know, what you just said. But so I did listen to St. Joe's podcast this morning. He got a little lost in the sauce. He didn't know where he was at one point. And I was trying so bad to help him out, but he couldn't hear me. And
Yeah,
it was pre-recorded, I guess. So what are you drinking? Moonshine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at him guzzle down that moonshine. Some people call it water. We call it the hot sauce. But anyway, yeah, shout out to St. Joe. It was a cool episode. He didn't pick any of the ones that I said were cool, like as far as quotes go. Because, I mean, Wedding Crashers is phenomenal. Step Brothers, phenomenal.
I'm going to put my balls on your drum set.
That's right. Are they built for speed? Anyway. But also congrats to St. Joe's wife for qualifying for the Boston Marathon. That's a big deal for runners. And that's actually a pretty badass achievement. You would know this, Mike. You're into fitness and fitness dick in your mouth. But I mean, you're into fitness and exercising and stuff. So, and I know that St. Joe's wife is going to be running the Boston Marathon this year.
Boston?
The Boston Marathon. It's over by the harbor.
Does that go by the harbor?
The harbor. Yeah, and good show, St. Joe. I enjoyed it. Speaking of blowjobs,
Yeah.
if you didn't think we were, we always are. I'm always thinking about them. I was ruined. I came across the best one in the world, and it ruined me forever.
Broken.
Forever. I hate to say it. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever in my life come across, and I mean come
Across
or on or in or down anything better in my life. That's delicious lollipop. But anyway, you know, blowjob season, they say, is before marriage. And then once you get married, they don't really exist anymore.
Well, good thing you don't plan on getting married.
Booyah. What is I got a question. I can't ask you, but what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's true? And like, let's say in general, I'm not asking for yours because I don't want to know about Amber slobbing on your knob. This ain't a 3-6 Mafia video. I don't want to know how corn cobby she gets with it. I just want to know, like, in general, do you think people just say that shit because it's like what people say? Or do you think that it's, I know the new wears off, but
No, I don't know. If you have somebody that's like that, it's probably not a great marriage. Like, somebody who has the attitude of, oh, well, we're married now. I don't have to do like, if people are engaging in activities like that, it should be because they want to, not because they feel obligated to, or they're trying to trap somebody into thinking that, they're more hoary than they are, I guess.
more hoary.
Yeah,
Blowjobs are hoary?
sure.
No, they're not.
Well,
They're fantastic. They're the best gift in the world.
it's hoary if you're doing it to get a guy to marry you.
No woman has ever been like, if I suck his dick so good, he's gonna put a ring on it.
You thought about it.
Never. I did.
And then you pulled out your cock ring.
Bloop. Suck those nuts right up in there.
But no, like I don't have experience where I have, I guess, met or been with somebody that I felt was giving me that vibe. But and I've only been married
dick just to get the dick.
Yeah, I've only been married once, so
that's good. Yeah, that's the way it should be.
And I things definitely change, but I wouldn't say like,
yeah, once you see somebody poop,
life has gotten worse or anything like that.
No, life's gotten better, man. Speaking of sex, and I know a lot of you married guys are into sex dolls. I forgot to hit on this post a while back. St. Joe either said this or told me or something that apparently Taylor Swift is the best. Her likeness is the best-selling sex doll in the world.
Well, she kind of looks like a fake person.
You think?
Like
when she's done up and stuff?
I guess, like, kind of plasticky, like not like plastic surgery, but just like so like perfectly complected and like,
called makeup.
Everything's all perfect all the time, and so
she's.
I mean, it's probably easy for them to create kind of a lookalike out of silicone, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, also for anybody that didn't get to see the Taylor Swift concert, because I didn't, but I want to. I knew they would be doing this because it seems like all concerts and shows do this these days. But the Eras Tour concert film is going to be coming out. So if you didn't get to see it, you'll get to see the show and some behind the scenes footage and everything. So it's going to be coming out in a theater at some point in time. I will probably see it because I like Taylor's music. I think she's awesome.
You're going to find it on IMAX?
I'm going to find it on the Hyman Max. I'm going to max out that Hyman penetrator.
That's weird.
I'm going to bust it. Boom, boom.
Who do you hang out with that has a Hyman?
Me?
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's been a long time since I busted one of those. That's disgusting. I think that's disgusting. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. So, I also heard this morning that COVID has closed schools in Pennsylvania on the western side. Apparently it's rearing its evil head, and it's causing people to cough and have fevers and feel sick at the beginning of school. It couldn't be that your little nasty kids are all running around together and spreading their fucking germs and licking each other and smelling each other's farts and, eating each other's lunch and drinking each other's drinks out of different. So, come on, you fucking idiots. Kids, every time school starts every year, illness follows
And
every year
how do they attribute it to COVID? Like,
because they have
are
COVID
people
cases.
really going and getting tested again?
Yes, apparently so. I
Why?
know I see a lot of people. Hawaii. I see a lot of people saying, "I ain't playing the game this time." I get that. I think that there'd be a big giant revolt. I think it'd be real hard for the CDC or the WHO or anybody else to come in and say, "Guess what? Mask up, bitches." There are some places that could do it though if they wanted to, and you'd have to choose to travel or not. Because if the airlines say you ain't getting on without a fucking mask on, you ain't getting on.
Well, they better wait till after the end of September.
I agree. They need to wait till after November. I need to get all my traveling done because I'm planning on going to Vegas. I got some things planned, baby. The man needs to travel, and I don't want to do it in a van.
That's a long drive from Jersey to Vegas.
God damn. Yeah, we're talking, praise God, hallelujah, baby. We're talking 31 hours, I think.
It's too damn far.
I ain't doing it. I'd get on a train before I did that. Speaking of trains, my dad's taking a train from Vermont down here tomorrow. Gonna pick him up at the train station.
Yeah, you didn't actually hear about like any train COVID issues when everything was going on.
Everything was ran by the same agencies. TSA runs the trains too, bud. Travel Safety Administration runs all the travel.
So you think they had people there like at every train stop? Like,
No, what they did is they had when you would get on the like the transit trains here, the here, I don't know. Everybody can see me pointing over there. Yeah, you'd have to have a mask on, or they wouldn't they'd boot your ass right off. And if you didn't do it, they call the transit police and they'd arrest you. So anyway, fuck COVID. I definitely I'm like, and it's not even that I have to worry about it because you know what, I had it, whatever. It's whatever.
yeah,
But
it's coming on.
there it is, the COVID cough, back at it. But I definitely, I don't know if I still don't understand how the mask helped anyone. If you have a mass pandemic of something and you got to close down, make some closures, okay, but your fucking masks aren't saving anybody.
No.
Don't ask me to mask up. And I mean, I think about I would love at some point in time to talk to your wife because and not even joking or being facetious or anything. I really think that she is probably, even if it's just all the mass media, social media stuff that she looks at and reads, she's definitely in tune with all the immunization bullshit, the motherhood stuff, the childbirth, all the stuff that comes about, and definitely with we've had pandemics and diseases and colds and influenzas and tuberculosis. There's been all kinds of stuff
Sure.
that has happened throughout the years, and the masks never saved anybody.
No,
The masks might help prevent, but it never saved you.
if that was the catch-all, I think they would have just not done vaccines forever ago and just had polio masks.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that some vaccines don't work. Obviously, the polio vaccine works. Obviously. Doesn't mean you have to get it because guess what? Because so many people have the vaccination, it doesn't really exist as much anymore. And I think the likelihood of someone getting it, even if they're not vaccinated, is extremely low. So for the people that are like, I'm 100% pure or DNA pure, as they're saying, they don't have to worry about it because it's just not out there floating around. So
well, and I definitely grew up in a more scientific based background where I pretty much just blindly followed the recommendations, stuff like that. And so when we had our children, and for whatever reason the polio vaccine was the one with Telkin that like our pediatrician was kind of pushing at first, and then between visits, you visit like every 2 weeks when they're first born or whatever. And so when he brought it up the second week, I had looked it up. I was like, well, I think it was how many people had died of polio last year or something, and this was 5-6 years ago. and it was only like 2 or 3 people worldwide had died of polio, and I was like, okay, well, regardless, like, I'll just take my chances. Like,
Yeah.
3 out of 8 billion or however many people exist nowadays. It's like,
Yeah.
Especially like I don't think there was any cases in America, and so it's like I think we pretty well wiped it out. And I'd be on board if there was some breakout or something, especially close to me. But
I'm all for it if they have proof and there's some real proof, and it's not just a let's do this to calm the hysteria or let's do this to make money or whatever the case is. But everything's about money. Don't get me in that fucking realm.
yeah,
But
let's not get onto that train.
no, Jay's horrible with it. Jay's an asshole. I am a dick when it comes to that. But anyway, Kev says that blowjobs do exist after marriage.
Well, he's on his second marriage,
Is he?
isn't he?
I don't know. He might be on his first real marriage.
That includes blowjobs.
That includes blowjobs. I feel weird now because now I know that the soon-to-be world-famous wife is slobbing on the knob, but only Kebs.
Why do you think
Mr.
she's so
Keb.
close to being famous?
Exactly. We're going to see those videos one day, and it's going to be wild.
Oh, shit. I don't want to see Kev getting a blowjob if I'm being totally honest.
You don't?
No, I don't.
I'm there for it because I support my friends.
Yeah, he said he had a starter wife.
Oh,
But I bet there was less blowjobs.
more headaches.
Less head, more headaches.
Exactly. And that's the key, ladies. So don't forget. Suck on that dick. Slob on that knob.
Corn on the cob.
That's right. 3-6 Mafia. That should be the song we're playing, but we're not. So, Mike, why don't you tell us what we are playing this week? Mike's Musical Ministry, brought to you by Jay Jones
And the Two Penny Podcast.
and the Two Penny Podcast.
In case you didn't know.
In case you motherfuckers were fucking wondering who you're listening to. By the way, apparently I'm the most vulgar podcaster on the planet.
Formerly known as.
Formerly known as, yeah. Apparently. I mean, Mike sent me some review he found somewhere talking about how vulgar and stupid I am.
Do I still have
Go ahead
it?
and read it, Mike. Go ahead. Go ahead and
Find
pull
it.
it up. Oh, Jesus. And by the way, whoever it is, fuck you and your mom. And I'll fuck your wife if you want me to show you what it's like to give her a good dickin', a good wienering.
Yeah, good thing you're putting that vulgarity aside.
That's right. Vulgar my cock. Speaking of which, what do you guys call it, Mike?
Call what?
Your wiener. Is it your wiener, your penis, your dick, your cock, your yard dart, your yogurt slinger?
We
your
try to
hammer,
we try to stick to
penis.
as close to
Don't.
anatomically correct stuff, like to
Oh, so
not
you-
have
oh,
weird little
yeah,
cutesy
baby.
names for kids.
Oh, give me your penis.
My
That
kid-
doesn't work.
My kids like to say ball. Oh, like you mean me to?
Yeah,
I was
sexy
talking about like
time.
with the kids. Like
No, fuck that. Sexy time.
no, we
Is
don't.
it, oh, give me your penis. It feels so
No,
nice.
we don't do weird talk like
You guys don't talk at all?
not like dirty talk. That's to me that's fucking weird as hell. I've
You're
never-
fucking weird as hell. Matter of fact, I'm switching podcast hosts.
All right, so the review says the title is "Don't Waste Your Time."
Okay.
This is by Hollywood 1013. It says
Okay.
utter rubbish. I'm not shy about vulgarity, but this is off the charts. It's tough to understand if there's any good content here, though. The insanity of what the host is saying. My suggestion would be to skip this podcast and move on.
Thank you, Hollywood, for checking in. Hey, matter of fact, motherfucker, thanks for listening. I appreciate you. Hey, any pub is good pub, they say. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you don't like what I fucking say, feel free to fucking hit the fucking, the hotline and tell us all about it. Or if you want to write us about it, just hit up it's keblives at x.com or something. I don't know, Twitter, whatever it used to be. Send
Something
him
like
your
that.
hate mail. Yeah, you fuck starts. Anyway, So what do we got for musical ministry? Tell me all about it.
So the song this week, I don't know if you've heard of her, but her name is Tosh Sultana. And
Ooh, I fucked her.
It takes a little bit to get into the song because she's basically
Don't kill me before it starts.
She's playing all the instruments and stuff herself with a looper, and so she's layering everything up to get into it. But then once it gets going, it's real good. But if you enjoy it, you should look it up on YouTube. She had a Tiny Desk concert. If you're familiar with those, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
And so we can go ahead and get into it. We found it this week, and I liked it, and I'm playing it.
All right, here we go. It's called Jungle.
Yep.
For those of you that didn't know. The only reason I'm actually ending it there is because it's long as fuck for what we do here. So obviously, I mean, there's a lot of talent there. I mean, to be able to play all the different instruments, and I think I did see this at some point in time. I didn't see her. I mean, she was playing the guitar and stuff. I mean, whatever beat you hear is from a drum machine. But it's still talented, very talented. Not a huge fan of her voice, but that whole whiny voice, I'm not a big fan of it in general. I mean, whether it be her or Amy Winehouse or what was her name? Fiona Apple or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
just any of them. I'm not a big fan, but so yeah, the song totally sucked, but
Cool.
she's definitely talented. So thanks for bringing that to us. We appreciate it. Yeah. So I mean, I think you could do a better job of looping a song if you knew how to do it.
I've always wanted to learn, but I just don't have
It's not
the
hard.
equipment for it.
Yeah, it's about depending on what you buy, you can be over about $400 to $500 for a used one, a decent enough one that would actually, do what everything she's doing.
Yeah.
Mark Ribley or whatever, the DJ, he uses one to perfection,
Hmm.
and he's awesome. I don't know if you've ever seen him live or seen any of his videos.
No, doesn't sound familiar.
Really,
Sounds like Bublé.
I like Bublé. Don't you? Don't you like Michael Bublé?
Not really. I don't know.
How can you not like him? I mean, I do. I like him a lot.
Okay.
My favorite song of his is it Home? I think that might be it. Maybe not. So yeah, I'm gonna play this for you real quick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go ahead and share this with you. There we go. All right. Oh yeah.
I do like his bathrobe. Is he gonna do anything? Come on, Marty.
Gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. It's a little bit slow for me. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Those are some mega
Gotta wake
thrusts.
up, gotta wake up, bitch, get up.
Yeah.
Get up. Get up.
I think we just drove off the edge.
Oh wait. Oh, my bad. All right. Hold on.
I'm not sure that's the song you thought it was.
No, I've heard some really good ones out of him. That was a bad one. It was just a top one on the YouTube list, so I figured, hey, this ought to be good, but it's not. He's got some that are, you know what? I'll bring some to the table soon enough. Anyway,
Anywho,
so yeah, so we're gonna wind it up. We're gonna
Wrap
get
it
up. We're
up.
gonna get out of here, and you know what? We're inching closer to Miami. I can't wait for it. Don't forget, while we are in Miami that next week, we're gonna have a covers episode, part 2, Under the Covers with the Two Penny Podcast, part 2, and that's
that
definitely the
means two.
title. Under the Covers,
Under
part
the cover,
two.
part doo-doo.
part 2. No, that's the next one.
Oh.
Part 2. So yeah, anything else, Mikey?
No, we got to get that recorded because I keep finding new songs that I add to my list. and
Don't worry about it.
It just can't be
Fuck
that
it,
long.
whatever. Yeah, no, we'll do it. Eventually. So, anyways, all right. So, yeah. So if nobody else wants to fuck you, because they don't, just remember you can always go fuck yourself. It's free, just like subscribing to us on YouTube
And
each
it's
and every
not
Monday
illegal.
night. No, it's not. It's perfect. Each and every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hi, my name is Michael, and yours truly. Jump on the YouTube and record our Friday episode. that comes out each and every Friday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Toony
Everything.
Woonies, everything.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
It's all over you.
Jay
You
was
just-
thinking about buying a billboard in Bowie, putting his
That is true. I'm not even gonna lie.
centerfold on it.
Could you fucking imagine though? It would be so good. You would drive there to take pictures with it. I know you would.
Oh, I'd go up there. I'd see Tucker like in between too.
Absolutely. Hey Tucker, why don't you meet me over at Jay's billboard next to the McDonald's?
No, girl. What the fuck, Mike? Why is
Hey,
Jay on
Ma.
the billboard?
Why is this picture up there? Whoa, why is this wiener so small? Why is he not wearing a shirt? Why is that Candy McManus chasing me through social media? God, fucking psychos. Anyway, all right. So we appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you. And we will see you next time. Adios. See you later. Oh, by the way, because I got to remember, don't forget, go to unfpod.com. Check out all our friends that are streaming and podcasting each and every week. Great content. Mr. The Keb, the book is coming soon. We will be pushing it. And guess what? If you want to pre-order a copy of his book and you head on over to unfpod.com or to, damn it, I'm going to mess this up. I think it's
Stupidhistory.net.
stupidhistory.net.
Yeah.
Okay. Stupidhistory.net. Anyway, pre-order a copy of the book and use the code 2penny.
Like spelled out.
Yeah. 2penny. You get 95% off
Plus
plus 10% off
plus a free keychain.
and a signed copy of the book. If anybody uses the code 2penny Kev, let me know. I'll pay the additional amount to make it 95%. So anyway, go order yourself a copy. And if Kev won't sign it for you, me and Mike will. We'll put ink on our wieners and we'll wiener stamp it.
You'll
for
have
you.
to pay to mail it to each of us individually, but we will sign it for you.
It's going to cost you. All right. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you check us out each and every Friday, rate, review, and make sure you hit that download button so we can come into your ears for free each and every week. We love you. We appreciate you. And yeah, thanks. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye. Sorry.
Arrivederci, you birthday boy.
Oi, oi, oi.